Not a thing. Not a sausage. I thought I'd watch it with you people this morning. I've seen some comments on production value. I'm nervous already. My Streamlabs isn't working properly. I don't know why. Is YouTube behaving itself, chat? It says it's good. It looks weird on the here. It looks like it keeps spinning. Dropped frame 0, frame rate high. Let's see if it settles. I'm just going to see if it settles for a minute. YouTube. What the fuck is going on? Be right now, Dan. I think I fixed it, but I've had to. No, I haven't fixed it. I've had to drop it down to 1440. I don't know what's going on. I have everything's green and good. Everything in front of me looks good. So I think I need a PC reboot, right? So you need to hold fire for 5 minutes, chat, okay? Because I don't understand what else is going on. My CPU usage is down. My frames is high. My output's good. My drop frames is at 0. YouTube's telling me excellent. Everything's good. Do I hold for a minute or do I do a PC reboot? Is it working now? Oh, if it's okay, we'll leave it. I've dropped it down to 1440, but maybe we fixed it. What I've had to do is I've had to come down from 4K to 1440, change my stream output quality. My kilobytes per second, I've dropped it in half. And it seems to have stabilized. Okay. What the fuck is that? I'm not putting it back up to 4K now because I'm not taking the risk, right? I'm going to leave it at 1440. We don't need it in 4K. 1440 is fine for now. I don't know what the fuck happened there. I apologise, right? It's massively ironic considering the only things I have seen this morning is about Games Workshop stream quality. Although I will have it noted that I fixed it in 10 minutes. Throwing that out there. Thank you, Dan, for the $50 right off the bat, by the way, mate. You're an absolute legend. And thank you, Whitey, for the 1 gifted. I've not set a gifted membership target today because I think it's a bit cheeky on a bonus Saturday morning stream to do a cheeky membership target. But we didn't do Wednesday because I'm building Hobby House. We didn't do Thursday because Lucette and I had a date day. So if you want to support us, it is amazing, and I love you. Thank you, Roland Bain, for the 20 gifted. I think we've now settled. I think we're okay. Which means I have, in fact, probably fixed it faster than a multi-billion-pound company. But yeah, I'm just throwing that out there, right? It's loads better, not in 4K. You're nice and blurry. Carl, I love you. You're always that one in the background there. Just give me those amazing words of encouragement. Thank you, Mason, for the 1 gifted. Right, so last night at late night was the Games Workshop reveal show, right? I didn't stay up and watch it because I live in England and I refuse. So I absolutely didn't do that. It went down to 144p, and you look better. Cool. Okay. Thanks. He knows he cheated. Someone messaged me, and all they said, House of Lord of the House covers was, I won't spoil the reveals, but you're gonna have a field day on the production quality. That's it. Right? That's all I got. So I don't know what's coming. I had a Windows update. That might be something our end, Liam. I don't know. I don't want to push it back up now, though, to 4K and risk fucking it. I'd rather just get the stream done because I'm on a timeline today. My dad turns up at midday so we can go over the football together, and I haven't got time to muck about. But hey, we started all that. Okay, good.
Reasonable reveal time fund.
Thank you so much, Paul. What's really weird in these circumstances, so this is where I'm going to, I haven't seen it yet, so I don't know how bad it is, but this is where I'm going to defend Games Workshop ever so slightly, which is shocking, I know. The thing is with tech, is that sometimes you can have the best tech people in the world, you can have the best equipment in the world, and sometimes it just goes, nah. So I finished stream last night, right? We did an hour and a half last night, we did it full 4K, I haven't touched a single thing. I turned the computer off when the stream finished. I turned it on this morning. I made a thumbnail. I scheduled the stream, which doesn't use any of my streaming software. I went live the exact same way I always do, right? And it went, no, not having it today. And so I do sympathize sometimes because you can do all the testing in the world. You can have a system that just works day in, day out, week in, week out. And then one random stream, it goes, nah, not anymore. Not anymore.
Gift for the gift god.
Oh my God. Thank you so much, you wonderful humans. Thank you, Stefan, for 5 gifted memberships. Thank you, Roland Bain, for 20 gifted memberships. Jesus. Maybe I should put a tracker on. Anywho, so fingers crossed it all works now. Fingers crossed it all works now. So I do have here with me the reveal show. Right? Now, I need to turn off Vinny's music because I don't want it playing over the reveal show. So let's do that. And then let's bring the reveal show back up. Good. Okay, here we are. So we have the World Championships reveal. I noticed it's an hour and 15. It's quite a long show. No shit. They did a sound check. The interns didn't even have the mic inputs labeled. Oh dear. Oh dear. Well, we'll see, right? I have it here. Volume should be up. Good. So let's get going with the reveal. I haven't seen any of the model stuff yet, right? That's with the stable system staying where it is. GW taking their stream on the road. Yeah, right, Sean. I have a little bit of sympathy. I do have a little bit of sympathy because when you pack up a whole stream, set it all up and test it, it's mad. It's mad when you think everything's good and then you press that go live button and live TV. The thing is with live TV is there is no just do it again and film it again. Right? With live TV it is you're live now and everyone's just fucking laughing at you. And people will look at Games Workshop and they will make the comment, multi-billion-dollar company, multi-billion-pound company, how can you not get your streams right? And they do get more wrong than they get right, so there is definitely a finger to point, but I am also a little bit like, I feel a bit sorry for the people that are doing the tech, to be honest with you. Thank you, Siege, for the one gifted. I've got 28 fucking gifted memberships, chat. Jesus. Right, let's go. How long do I have to... I mean, this isn't a strong start. Is it broke?
As you might have gathered watching along at home, we are joined by a live audience today. There are over 1,000 Warhammer fans in the room with us, attendees of the World Championship and attendees of the Grand Narrative. I think you heard them cheer already, but just for everybody watching at home, if you can give us another huge cheer, everybody in the room, please.
Where's Joe? Where's Joe?
And we can see there are already thousands of you watching along at home on the stream. Do let us know where you're tuning in from. We have people here from over 50 countries representing their various different countries at the World Championships and joining us for the Grand Narrative.
Yeah, absolutely. It was really fun over the last couple of days to see the event start to kick off and to see where people have come to participate here
the D-Sync's
from
really
all
annoying,
around the world, watching as the opening ceremony
Why
took
is he
place.
doing that? Why has he got his hand?
Hundreds of participants from Mexico,
Why is he holding his
from
mic like a
Brazil,
fucking mongoloid?
Uruguay, Team France is here in enormous numbers. Canada, so normally, this is the part in the chat where I'd say, hey, where are you tuning in from? But we've got more than 50 nations represented right here in this room.
The desync annoying slightly, but
let the people know where you're from by giving us a big cheer right now.
What the other thing that gets me is, well, what they... Give me a big cheer right now for these microphones that absolutely won't pick it up.
There's a really excited and engaged home crowd as well. It's fantastic. The great people here in the United States welcoming us and hosting us.
Right,
it's really lovely to be here. Now, what is the World Championships of Warhammer and what is the grand narrative and why are we here? Well, we've got a little reel to show you what it's about.
The echo's hilarious, right? Okay, this is bad. I mean, it looks fun, right?
There we are. That is... I'm not used to having to pause for applause after every video. We're going to have to get used to that, I think.
It's nice. It's nice.
The World Championships, just a little taste of
I was
what's going
wondering
on
why
here.
stop.
The World Championships of Warhammer and the Grand Narrative. And I think it's just a really lovely event so far. This has been a really amazing celebration.
The thing is, chat, right, in seriousness, they've just got the wrong microphones. It's not this... Okay, so I always sympathise with tech issues. We've had it at the start of the show. Right, I will always sympathise with everything's working, everything's good, go live, it's all broken. I will 100% give people leeway on that all the time. I have the issues myself. It just so happens we had them this morning, right? So I'm never going to be hypercritical of that stuff. But they've just got the wrong microphone. They're just using the wrong hardware. That echo is because they've got microphones that are going out to speakers that are filling the room, and then the microphones are picking up the speakers that are on delay. Well, I mean, I've got speakers currently feeding me, right? And because that's how I listen to it, that's why I don't have headphones on. And my microphone doesn't pick it up because I'm not a fucking idiot because I've used the right gear. They have these microphones. They use them in the studio in the UK. Why have they got... that doesn't make any sense. Do I do a sound check before every show? Yeah. And you can tell when I forget because we go live with mics muted. They have just, honestly, they've got the wrong hardware. They're just using the wrong hardware. It's as simple as that. Also, I might add as well, this is me being really petty, but the setup on the desk is ugly as fuck. It's a really nasty looking setup, and there's a much better way of doing that. And what they should have done is raise themselves up slightly, and then they could have put some kind of like wooden or some kind of like a D&D type screen thing around those screens just to hide them and make it branded. It's not hard. It's not hard. And it's quite embarrassing. Like, if you're going to have a live audience, maybe place some mics in that audience to pick up on the fucking audience noise so we can hear the cheering. Like, live studio filming is not a new thing. It's been done for decades. This isn't groundbreaking technology here.
Of Warhammer and the hobby in general.
Yeah, to see like the better part of 1,000 people participating in a really good-natured but highly competitive tournament, and then to watch all of these people enjoying the grand narrative where they're exploring the Warhammer 40,000 universe through these linked campaign games has been a real thrill. One of the other things that Eddie and I have been talking about and is apparent this year is that it's the 50th anniversary of Games Workshop as a company, which is quite a milestone. And it got us to thinking about like, what that means for us, right? I've been in the Games Workshop hobby now.
Can I skip some of this chat?
So. And except for my wife, all of my favourite people in my life, all of my best friends, I've met through the Warhammer hobby.
Oh, thanks, Adam.
Yeah, you're welcome. And many of them at events exactly like this. I've been to birthdays and christenings and
exclamation mark gift, or just gift a single membership if you think my production value is better than theirs.
Friends that I've made around the world
just one
because
gifted.
of the Warhammer hobby and what it's brought into my life, and that's a real real boon to me. I think Games Workshop did something really special when Warhammer came into the
crowd
world.
mics at the start were just muted.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh my
and there
God.
will be lots of celebrations over on our channels, the Warhammer of Games Workshop. Did you?
Tell 450, all sorts of settings. I love the world. We've got the Horus Joy. Run the show.
I hate the way he's holding that mic. That's triggering me massively. So my speakers are quite loud right now. You probably aren't getting echo.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are really excited to preview to you today Warhammer Quest Darkwater, the latest iteration of the extremely popular Warhammer Quest series. And it's
what the fuck is going on? Whitey, Tim, Stick Monkey, thank you for the one gifted.
Yeah,
so those of you who are familiar with Warhammer Quest, you might have played some of the Warhammer Quests in the past. It is effectively you, a band of friends, go on an adventure into the darker, more grim places within the Warhammer setting. In this particular one, you are going to the Jade Abbey, which is deep in the realm of life in an area corrupted by Nurgle. And as you saw there in the video, there is an amazing range of Magickin and Nurgle miniatures in that box set for your heroes to fight against. So, yeah, should we have a look at some of
how's it going,
let's
dude?
see the models.
Miss you.
So some of these ones we have already had a chance to look at
Miss you, wonderful
on the
human.
Warhammer community website.
I know I've been bad at
We've previewed
texting,
a
I'm
few
sorry.
Of the heroes already. We'll have a quick rattle through some of those. But first off, this is the full box set spread.
way better than it was live. Oh, really?
A whole bunch of new Warhammer.
We couldn't hear the mics at all until the volume was up
It's
at
everything
100.
you need to have these outstanding adventures and to explore the Jade Abbey. We'll talk in more detail about some
Have
of
a
the things
fiver
that if
this
you're
way, 'cause
familiar
I'm
with
not
previous
paying
iterations of
Apple
Warhammer
Tax.
Quest,
Bless you. Thanks,
might be
Carl.
raising some questions, in particular the board. Don't worry, we'll show you everything you need to know. Let's look in some detail at the miniatures.
I mean, this looks kind of cool. I'm into this. Are we going to look
Texture
now?
is
I mean, I can describe them here on the.
Oh, okay. So we're not going to look at detail
on
of the
the map
miniatures.
for you.
Okay, cool.
While we wait for the next tile to come along. I'll tell you about the map while we wait for
Let's
the.
look at the-
there
here we go.
Thanks, saved
Fucking
from having to
Jesus
ad-lib.
Christ.
Good lord. So here is Edmark
There's
Valorum.
Joe on
He's
deck.
known as the Manticore Knight, and he's essentially a warrior. So
I think
arrogant,
Joe's on
he
deck,
believes
chat.
he's the
I think he's
greatest
pressing the
mortal
buttons.
warrior in the service of Sigmar.
He's too busy
And he's
fucking looking
for
at
a quest
BTGGs on
worthy
Instagram and he forgot to
of
press
those
the fucking
skills.
button.
So he's joined this mission into the Jade Abbey to redeem it from the clutches of Nurgle.
I'm doing okay, mate. Stress.
If you want to
I'll talk
be
about it soon.
a
I'm like I
supernally
said, I'm sorry for
arrogant
not-
and
not
expert
being shit
warrior
at
and
text.
just like wail on the enemy with a big war axe, this is the guy for you.
Yeah, very cool miniature.
He's kinda cool, I like
we have
him.
seen this one before already, so we'll move
Absolutely.
on swiftly to
He's
some
a
of
cool
the
looking model,
next
actually.
heroes
I
that
like
we-
him a lot.
that we can have a look at. Here we are. There's another one that we have, I think, seen already, but a very cool model, so we'll just look at it for a little bit.
That's a very
This
cool
is
model.
Inara Scion, the Cleansing Blade. She is one of the last survivors of the Jade Abbey's fall, and she has come back with the power of the realm of Gyron to try and cleanse the forces of Nurgle from her former abbey.
Out of the other characters that we've already previewed, the next
Yeah,
one
poor
up
old Adam and
should
Eddie
be
get the grief siege,
There we
right?
go.
But it's the people behind them.
Inara's still showing off to
That
everybody.
are-
She
that are
carries an
fucking them on a
amphora
live
of the cleansing waters that the Jade Abbey were once famous for, and she plans to use
They're
that
not using
to
the right
restore
hardball
life
raising
in
the
the Abbey.
nonce. This isn't my echo, by the way. This is I'm listening to the echo. The echo exists
She's the
because the echo
descendant
existed
of a real
live.
proper saint, but she's lived her life. She's lived her life as a warrior mercenary and now feels a higher call, so she's scavenged the armor of her ancestor, her forebear.
This is like
and
watching a
she's
car crash hit by
joining
an
this quest
ambulance.
to try and make
As a
something of herself.
volcano erupts in the background.
And
She's cool.
taken that name, the Renegade Saint.
Yeah.
Finally-
I think the next one that we have seen already might be your favourite of the boxes.
This is my favourite of the heroes in the box by a long way. I've waited quite a long time to see a dwarf.
You could shout out of your window
This
and
is
have
Droll
better
Ironhead.
quality than this, Liam.
I don't love Eddie and Adam as presenters, honestly. I'm not making a comment on their character
enacted
because I
a
don't know
horror
them,
on
and I've
his
not really ever
hold
spoke to them
and
in
flooded
any
it
kind of
with
level of
fetid waters
detail.
and drove his people out. So he's on a vengeance
But I do feel
quest.
sorry for them.
He's joined this mission into Dark Water to seek
He's a
revenge
cool
for
little
what
character. I
happened
like
to
him a
his
lot.
Yeah, just a really cool classic Dwarden miniature. You can't quite see it on these shots, but he does have a crossbow on his
He
back.
does,
as well.
like a foldable crossbow on his back.
But
Right.
we've seen these ones already. Let's have a look at something new, shall we?
People call Eddie deserve it.
Here we are. This is Kelfanor the Forest Prince. This is a Kurnothi hero, so a kind of Sylvaneth-aligned follower of the god of the hunt. And he is a prince of his people on his quest to find the biggest, scariest monster he can and kill it in the name of the god of hunting. And he has picked out the demon prince that squats at the heart of the Jade Abbey to kill.
Like him. He's a cool model.
He is going to claim that head for the god of the
I wonder if they'll have AOS rules for these. Do they normally have AOS rules for Warhammer Quest miniatures?
A really unusual hero. I know, right? I don't know if you can hear it at home. The sort of noise that went over the crowd here was quite cool.
We can barely hear you at home, Adam.
This is Drashavorn. This is Drashavorn. He's a chieftain of a tribe of savage warriors.
Also, I mean, again, this is also why I feel bad for Adam.
He's got an interesting thing on his side.
They're obviously not used to working a crowd,
which gives him this power to take on a more feral and savage.
And working a crowd is its own,
and he's
its own beast.
He's absolutely,
it's not
gunning for.
It's not an easy thing to work a crowd. You have to sort of anticipate when to pause.
They live by the rivers that flow through it, and their lands are now corrupted and polluted by. The sort of toxins
in-air monitors for the show. Have they not got in-air monitors for live?
Absolutely. Yeah, very cool. There is. You can see him from various different angles. He was once a man. Is slowly morphing into.
I still wait to take their job as hard as hell. Present something live without giving your opinion, unless that opinion aligns with company interests, while being genuine. Whilst dealing with all the technical issues that people are throwing at you.
This might be my favourite from the box. This is Jacobus Vine, the Jade Wizard.
We've had Jade Wizards, right? They're the ones in front of everybody. They're the ones that get the grief.
Almost
I feel sorry
40 plus years, I think. But this is a mage from the realm of life and the realm of Gyron. And as you can see there, he's accompanied by spiked spirits of the realm of Gyron there.
Yeah,
he has a little owl creature on his shoulder and a fox-like dog spirits that runs around with him.
Yeah, essentially his wooden dog called Whisper, and that's a really useful playing piece within the game, and he's got a spite owl shout on his shoulder.
They've got out the vape fucking pens.
And also, I like the fact that his feet don't touch the ground. The vines are keeping him sort of...
I think if I was walking around in Nurgle's garden, I wouldn't want to touch the ground with my feet either, frankly. So, those are the heroes. That's your choices. And when you play this game, it's a cooperative game. The idea is that you get together with a bunch of your friends and fight through against the various horrible denizens of the Jade Abbey. Let's have a look at some of those, starting with the smallest and least scary of the monsters.
This isn't even tech issues. This is just bad
These are the
production
Maya
quality.
Kelpies. These are horrible demonic creatures that sort of slump around in the disgusting waters that run ankle deep throughout the entirety of the Jade Abbey. Individually, not very dangerous, but if you find yourself cornered, they'll surround you and pull you down. You have to be careful about them at all times.
Yeah, absolutely. Kind of made of the horrible infested fen water.
This isn't
of the
even
Jade
set
Abbey
up to show that they're in a live audit. Like, if you think about everything you watch with live crowds and the way that
so those are your smallest monster.
Work.
Next up, we have something a little bit. Oh no, sorry. Before we get there, we have the treasure tokens. So even the treasures in this quest are kind of possessed and infested, and you have to pull them from the slimy claws of a demon of Nurgle.
The one with the big eye is just adorable, isn't it?
It is a little bit adorable.
No one told Nurgle map. I'm just not really bothered by Nurgle stuff.
There we are. Those are the treasure tokens. There's a couple of those in the box as well. Those represent things that you're trying to find. And I guess you're trying to get that sword, although I don't think I'd want to be wielding that much.
If you look at the symbol on the hill, I don't think that's a sword.
I don't want to touch that, really. But your heroes do, because it gives them bonuses, so there you go. Next up on the monster list, though, we have the Pox Wretches. These are effectively mortals that have been infected by Nurgle. They are your sort of zombie equivalent shambling hordes that move towards your heroes.
Tell me there's good 40k
individually, again, not all that scary, although certainly scarier than Maya Kelpies. But together they can drag your heroes down, and those rusted blades you definitely don't want to get stabbed by. You get quite a lot of these in the box.
Yeah, there's loads of interesting cues as well that sort of key into Nurgle and what we know about it, the sort of swollen limbs and the pustules and the buboes and things. But a thing to look for is all these walls, these circular patterns that you see on all of the war gear. That's a recurring motif throughout the Jade Abbey, and was sort of once connected to the realm of life and the sort of the positive things. You saw on the Jade Wizard's staff.
I'm really happy
now
it's going to be a bit
corrupted and subverted into something entirely unpleasant.
Yeah, you can see the kind of symbol of Gyron is slowly morphing into the symbol of Nurgle there on the guy's breastplates. But there we go. That's the Pox Wretches. One step up from those are the Maggotkin of Nurgle Pestigors. Pestigors, obviously part of Warhammer for a long time. Oh, we can hear some big fans of Pestigors in the crowd there.
The Pestigor massive has turned out.
Pestigor is Bestigor, as they say. So there's a whole bunch of these guys. They are are sort of rotting
Cara's kind of
goats
pointless
with
in the
various different
preview and
farming
us, the viewers,
implements and
because even
shields
if
and
we
all
could
sorts
hear
of
them
things.
properly, it wouldn't
And
add
as you would
anything more to
imagine,
us.
these are beast
I mean,
men, so they're fairly
the thing is, though,
durable.
Garsty,
They hit
it
fairly
does.
hard. It's certainly a step up from the Pox Wretches.
Hang on.
And if you get into a
The thing is, it does, right? So I know it sounds like it doesn't. I know it sounds like it doesn't like add anything to it, but it does, because at the moment, if he says something and then he sort of stops because of the crowd cheer, you hear nothing. And it's just this awkward silence, right? It's just like this awkward, like dull, nothing happens, and it looks like the production's terrible and he's just stopped talking randomly. If the mics are picking up the crowd, when the cheer happens, you hear the cheer. It kind of feeds, and it means the show flows better. And this is where I talk about working the crowd. When you work the crowd, you have to say a thing, expect a response, get the response, and then as the crowd starts to die, you pick up again and you make sure there's no gaps or pauses in between. And working the crowd is a very difficult skill. But you can't even suggest that they're working the crowd right now, because you just can't hear it, right? You just can't hear fuck all. So when they stop and they the people are fans, you have no idea.
kind of coming out of the ground. They would have previously been in the sort of sacred fens.
Alex, thank you for 5 gifted memberships, legend.
It's been well and truly infested by Nurgle. You can see the heads are quite reminiscent of a
but if you had mics in the crowd picking up crowd audio and a camera looking over Eddie and Adam's shoulders towards the crowd, when the crowd makes noise, you switch camera angle to crowd, you let the mics pick up the audio, those two pause and just sat there doing fuck all, and then you cut back to them when they start talking again. It's really easy.
These are the Blight Templars.
Yeah, so this is an elite unit of Maggotkin. They are effectively the former Templar defenders of the Jade Abbey, fallen to the place of Nurgle, so very well armoured, very durable, knights of Nurgle, effectively. And these are some of the toughest troops your guys are going to face as you venture into the Jade Abbey.
Absolutely. And who leads the Blight Templars? This is my favourite model in the set.
Jesus, he's been fucking wanking.
If you didn't hear that at home, that was the crowd going wild for these guys. This is Molgoth the Cleaver, and he is an officer amongst the Blight Templars. There's a lot to talk about here, but essentially think of him as a superior henchman level character, which your heroes are going to really struggle to fight. Everything about this model just screams Golden Demon.
Yeah, I think this is a phenomenally cool model. I'd be very surprised if we didn't see some painters
cool.
do some wonderful things with
I
this.
actually quite like him, and I don't really like Nurgle.
He lends itself to a lovely paint scheme if you've got the time.
He definitely looks like he
some
doesn't
of the
have
things
a
on there,
missus,
that enormous arm with the symbol of Gyron on it, that huge axe.
For me, it's the debossed fly on his breastplate. It just looks really good.
He's got antlers there as well. That's kind of a recurring theme across some of these Nurgle miniatures, is the corruption of the realm of Gyron, which previously would have had, antlers would have been a symbol of.
Oh God, I get it, guys. What I'm saying is, in terms of the production quality, it adds something. I know it doesn't add anything to you personally, but in terms of the way that the show flows nicer if you can hear that.
Balhu, the shaman, he's the nominal leader.
Except right-handed. Him and a mirror, guys.
The Jade Abbey. He's a fantastic model, and I can imagine
he's quite cool. Actually, I like him quite a lot.
Beyond Darkwater, should you so desire.
Yeah, he looks like a fairly unpleasant character. He's going to be leading those Pestigor. Also gives a little bit of magical trouble for your heroes.
Gianna, thank you for 5 gifted. We're on 42.
End of level bosses, I guess, almost within
7,
Warhammer Quest
8, even
to
to 50.
Yeah, absolutely.
But there's more.
This is perhaps the most disturbing model in the set.
It's just super gross.
It gets worse the longer you look at it. This is Belga the Sistwitch. So within the Jade Abbey, back when it was a place of life and fecundity, there was an order of sisters that maintained the sacred waters there, and she was a jealous and grasping lady who wanted more power than she was due.
I want to.
So she sided with the coup.
I want to reach out to my Games Workshop rep and be like, please let me help your tech, for fuck's sake.
This is her reward. She has an enormous maggoty body. That
give me some budget. Let me fix everything for you. I don't even want any accolades. Just let me help you fix it.
Absolutely abhorrent. There are 2 more sisters also in the body, if you look carefully. This is completely repugnant in absolutely the best way.
Yeah. Absolutely gross. Absolutely gross. But there's more that's not quite finished yet. Last up, we have the leader of the forces of Nurgle, the Gelgus Hust, who is a demon prince of Nurgle, squatting at the center of the Jade Abbey, leading those forces.
I mean, depending on his size, he's absolutely getting used in 40k armies as a demon prince of Nurgle, isn't he?
For infesting the Jade Abbey in the name of Nurgle. Absolutely horrible, but still phenomenal miniature.
Yeah, I mean, everything about this guy just screams like superior, like boss character. He's enormous,
he's getting used
powerful.
Look at this for production. What the fuck's this as well, though,
also,
right?
I think if you're a collector of the Maggot King of Nurgle, in general, you're going to be very excited.
Just top quarter the fucking image and cover up the spinning image.
Right.
What the fuck?
So we've talked
what
at some
the
length
fuck
about the
are they
different
doing?
miniatures that you find inside the set. It's all really
oh, no, it's full screen. Good.
An incredible selection of models for you to play your games with. But there's more
clowns.
to the set than just that. So let's look at some of the other things that come inside and help you play your games.
Hopefully. There we are.
So there's the box. I mean, that's useful to put it all back in at the end of the night. So this book here is your map for when you're playing Warhammer Quest Dark Water. It's an incredible map book. The next image will show you what it looks like when you open it up. Every scenario inside the game is a different spread.
Useful for putting your models away in. No, most people use carry cases, Adam, so they don't get the damaged paint jobs.
Is that you can be playing inside of 5 minutes, right? You get your friends round, you decide which scenario you're playing, you lay your map down, and you are playing immediately.
I think that it's very handy. It's very quick. Each level represents like a different delving into the Jade Abbey itself. I think to really get a sense of how this works, it's probably best to see it for yourselves. And we do have a copy of the box. So
I always kind of prep in to defend them a little bit for live issues. And then, like, obviously my stream went wrong, and I was like, well, hey, look, here we go. The best defense I can have is that mine's gone wrong.
Secure one and bring it across.
Oh, he's gone.
Over the ocean.
Why is he holding his mic like that?
So while Eddie opens that up, he might be able to show you some of the frames that come in it, as well as the sort of the
oh my god, this is fucking amateur hour.
There we go. We've got the camera on it now. So this is the frame that all the heroes come on. So you see they're all sort of easy to build models, as in they're relatively simple to put together. The heroes come on sort of that beige color frame.
The camera work's not good either, is it?
Your models before you play your first game, you don't have to. You'll be able to tell who's who, because all the bad guys will be grey. And all
why is he not on a fucking
this sort of
steady?
bony color. Yeah, so Eddie's got the frame which has got the sort of the character villains on it. On the back of Gelga's bust, he has folded fly wings. He's a really disgusting character. Deep inside the box,
I feel sorry for Adam at the moment trying to talk through this as well.
Sort of the material for playing the game is found.
The box, by the way, the box looks quality.
It's full of cards and things. On the right-hand side of the screen now, as you look at it, that's the map.
The actual set they're showing off is really nice.
So this is
oh, that's
just set up a
cool.
map for playing the game. If you've ever spent hours
I like that.
hunting around
That's
for the right tile, this is going to make your games night with your friends and family. And the crowd is responding really quite warmly to this.
That's really fucking cool.
Each
I like
of
that.
these is an entirely different scenario and situation.
Excuse me.
Which means you've got hours and hours of just fantastic
I'm a fan of
gameplay
that.
to enjoy as you delve through the Jade Abbey and attempt to deliver it from the hands of Gelga's bust.
Hashtag Captain Liam site in progress. I was there for famous.
Right.
You know what, Adam? All of this
Thanks, Cass.
Nurgle stuff has just got me in the mood for some Age of Sigmar Nurgle.
You want to look at some Age of Sigmar?
I just wish there was more than just the Nurgle stuff that was in that box.
Why don't we see what's next up on the show?
The echo is
looking at the screen waiting for the next image to arrive.
Awful.
Actually, we're going to take a technical break for 2 minutes, and we'll be right back.
Is it 2 minutes, chat? Is it 2 minutes? No, I've seen this. I don't want to see this again. They're back.
Welcome back, everybody. Hopefully we are back alive on the stream.
It's worse.
You can hear us. We have thank you very much for staying with us through the technical difficulties. We have just seen the incredible new Warhammer Quest Dark Water, and we're going to move swiftly on, as quickly as we can, to the rest of our amazing miniatures coming up soon. We're staying in the mortal realms of more Warhammer Age of Sigmar.
I think I prefer the echo.
Next slide. Here we go. So we've seen Dark Water. What would be cool after all those fantastic miniatures would be if we'd had a bit more Maggot King of Nurgle.
This is offending my ears. Oh, hey, Davey. That was fucking awful. These are cool, and I don't like Nurgle. not me thing. Oh, he's cool. I love taking what you've told me was a 20-minute technical break to come back and have shitter audio.
What a fantastic reveal of new. What a fantastic reveal of new.
It sounds like he's in a fish tank.
Warhammer Age of Sigmar. The crowd really received some of those things in an excited way. Eddie, let's start breaking down what we just saw.
Announcers at a train station.
New expansion for Warhammer Age of Sigmar, Maggotkin of Nurgle. There are loads of new kits. This is the largest release of Maggotkin of Nurgle we've had for the show really anyway. Since the end times when we saw a huge wave of miniatures come out. Let's start off with the Pestigors. This is even more Pestigors coming out in addition to the ones that are coming out in the Warhammer Quest Dark Water.
Oh my God, it's so
these
bad.
are different kits. This is a multi-part plastic kit. You can make them in loads of different ways.
Bad when it DJ the Duffy is open. The old Peter K sketch.
Like
Oh, yeah.
you'd hope a Pestigor unit would be.
Yeah, fantastic. And you can see sort of all the hallmarks you'd expect from Pestigor, the horrible distended flesh.
Live isn't that hard
it's a perfect
to get this
unit
right.
to sacrifice in battle as you're trying to win glory for Nurgle.
Absolutely. If you ever wonder what it looks like if you shave a very ill goat and give it a
devs at the
howl
game
and then
for the
send it
desk
into
mic
combat,
at
this
crowd
is
mic
exactly
levels,
what that
yeah.
looks like.
Perfect. Absolutely perfect. But they're not the only new infantry models that we saw in this crunch of reveals. I'm really excited by the next one.
Right.
We have the Rot Saw.
What I want to know is who's the sound guy there with headphones on who goes, yeah, this is good. Because what should be happening is they should have an audio mixer and he should have headphones plugged into his audio mixer and he should get the full audio mix into his headphones before they push it to the stream. It's not difficult. I have them right here and I can hear myself right now and everything that's being said. It's not hard.
Calga made union and got sacked by Rockstar.
I don't understand. I think Cass has been drinking this morning. I don't know what the fuck he's talking about.
Unit that can take a charge like almost no other in Warhammer Age of Sigmar.
Yeah, absolutely. And the fantastic opportunities here for painting and doing brilliant effects. The models are so detailed, but I think you could also paint these.
Did they have budget for this reveal?
Well.
Clearly at 50 quid.
What
makes me sad though, honestly, Mystics, right? And I mean this sincerely as well.
Really nicely.
I don't like Maggotkin of Nurgle. I'm not really bothered by it. I've never really played Underworld. But so far, everything they've shown off is really pretty. Everything they've shown off is really, really good. Right?
Fantastic.
And their model
reveals
are being let down by their production quality of their stream.
We've been familiar with Putrid Blight Kings for a while. This unit has received something.
And the thing is, right, Warhammer, Games Workshop and Warhammer are trying to push this brand further and further and further afield to a wider and wider audience. The only reason why you do things like Space Marine 2, new video games, Amazon TV deals, is because you want to attract the attention of more and more and more people. And I think, rightly so, the more people in the hobby, the better, normally, mostly, probably. You'll get more dickheads, but you'll also find that there's majoritively more better people. More better people, terrible, but you know what I mean, right? The issue you have is, if this is the first thing you see, it's fucking toilet.
Alongside the rest of your Nurgle things. They are the same size bases, I believe, as the current.
Don't sweat it if you've got lots of future Blight Kings. You can just use them as well. It's fine.
That guy's over in the corner going, I ain't got clear to fix this shit. But how have you not tested it first, Siege Roots, is my problem.
This is a new
what's going on with the echo to start with and the audio now isn't something that's just suddenly happened. This isn't my sympathy bit where I'm like, live just goes wrong. This is they just haven't set it up right in the first instance.
Nurgle champion on a horse, and now he has an entire unit to lead. This is a shock cavalry unit. They are effectively Nurgle Chaos Knights. They've got some really tasty.
I think I could do better with my Roadcaster Pro.
It's a very handy little ability to have.
You roll an all-important 3+, and the unit you're engaged with will strike last no matter what. That is a powerful ability. And these hit like an absolute freight.
Sound checking this with an empty room is not difficult. It's not hard.
But it's fair to say the main event of this release has got to be.
I like this geezer, by the way. I don't like no. Like I keep saying I don't like that.
A hero that we're familiar with from the world that was, now fully imbued as a demon prince of Nurgle, riding an enormous slug-like creature. He's just foul.
Yeah, so this is a character that we've known for quite a long time. He plays an important role in the forces of Nurgle during the end times and has been blessed by
Yeah,
the
I
powers
often
of
think that. I
Nurgle.
often say
He's been
that,
given
Gaz,
an
right?
enormous leech. So now the kind of
Multi-billion
Leech Lord
pound
makes sense.
massive
You've got a couple of
company
alternate
with
face
small
options there.
company
You can
mentality.
have Happy Leech Lord or Sad Leech Lord if you want.
And if you want to know what to call his mount, it's called Gatho Blight.
Gatho Blight, oh, that's cool. He's got some very cool rules in game as well. He's able to, both through
Maggot
magic
King
and
range
in
has
combat,
definitely got a
basically
lot
suck
nicer.
the power out of nearby enemy units, power himself up,
That's
heal
just the
himself.
Leech Lord.
Just a really useful leader, really useful piece for your Nurgle armies. I think, again, this is a really good candidate for a painter as well. Loads of lovely details on the back there. He's
I think
brought
Maggot
this kind
King
of
is my
weird collection
favourite.
of concoctions
Is it
and
my favourite version of
putrid things
Nurgle?
with
I
him.
really like
Sits
Death Guard, but I
right
don't like
at home in the centre of
Nurglings.
your Maggot King army.
Yeah, fantastic. And where might one learn about all of these exciting new models?
That's a great
and
question,
Get their
Adam.
rules? Well, it will come as no surprise. There will be a new Chaos Battle Tome for Maggotkin of Nurgle. This is everything you need to understand all their lore and the stories and things that surround them, but also how to use them in your...
Yeah, they're kind of cool.
Yeah,
You could tell me.
absolutely.
I don't.
More than one new book on it. Oh, sorry, there's something else here. So we've also got some regiments of renown alongside.
Who's taking these
the
photos as
Battle
well,
Tome.
by
There
the
are
way?
several
And why are
regiments of
they
renown
using
you
old
can use
Nokia?
inside the new Battle Tome. One of them is going to be made available as a new box set. This is a pustule. There's also a new spearhead, which has, amongst other things, loads of Nurglings in.
Yeah, absolutely. Anybody here play Spearhead? We've been playing a lot of Spearhead back in our office. I'm quite enjoying it. And this one gives you just a givering horde of little Nurglings to turn loose on the enemy. I'm quite excited by it. Also, there is another book on the
Paint jobs
way.
are
Eddie,
nice.
what is Blighted Wilds?
So we have another narrative expansion for Warhammer Age of Sigmar, a Path to Glory book, and this effectively allows you to play games in the Blighted
Yeah, that
Wilds,
angle's
which
terrible,
is
isn't it?
within the realm of Gyron that has been infested by the forces of Nurgle. So you can play through either as the forces of Nurgle trying to corrupt it, or as the forces trying to drive back or hold back the Plague Father's legions.
Fantastic. Whew, there we go. That was our Warhammer Age of Sigmar segment.
That was it.
How we doing? Right.
His microphone's normally nearly normal. His is still
We're
echoing.
going to take a little bit of a change of pace now and show you something that we're very excited about that you're going to see more of in the next year. So 2026 is looking very good. If you like cool Warhammer animations, let's have a look ahead.
This is my only chance to atone.
What were those things?
Eldari.
You have my attention.
We shall risk everything for this.
How do we fight ghosts?
Then this war will last forever. Begin the ritual. The next wave of greenskins will soon reach our world.
The Emperor will see us through this.
This is cool. I like this stuff. I guess my gripe is top quality product bottom Javelin, 100%.
We will not abandon these souls. You have my word.
I don't like that. Go away. That's cool. That's cool. That's cool. That's cool.
Merciful Emperor.
Be Warhammer Plus stuff. Yes! Okay, some shit finally that I can watch.
That was really cool.
I'm glad you enjoyed it.
Yeah, I really enjoyed that. We saw loads
The
of
crowd mic sounds like 3 people are
snippets from
clapping.
forthcoming animations for Warhammer Plus. Eddie, give us some insight into some of what we saw.
Yeah, so we're not going to go into too much detail today in terms of the names of some of those things, the titles of them, but we can tell you some of the things about them. We are absolutely.
There's finally some shit there that I'll probably watch. There's been a little bit so far, but there's a lot there that I'll probably watch.
We've got some Sisters of Battle, Order of the Sacred Rose. There's some Eldari on the way. Aeronautica Imperialis make an appearance. There's some Orcs. There's a couple of Space Marines in the mix there. We've also got
When
the
we've watched
finale
it as
of
well,
the current
Eddie, you
season
have
of
to talk me
Black
through
Talon
it.
on its way very soon with Be'lakor and Eternus up to their mischievous, devious tricks again. Also in that, we got to see some of the incredible behind-the-scenes work that people do.
That was the thing I thought was really exciting, was seeing the incredible amount of effort and talent that's going into these shows to make them so good.
I love
right?
that
When
kind of
we saw
behind-the-scenes stuff,
sort of
Chat. I'm mad for that
the
stuff.
orchestra playing the score, and then the
I love
voice
learning about
actress,
production quality.
performing the lines.
This
really
this
gives
lot,
you a
this team
sense
could
of how
probably do the
much
same
work's
thing, to be
going
fair.
into these shows.
Yeah, there's a lot of very talented people doing a lot of
still on 42
very good
members,
work
by the
there,
way,
and we kind of make sure to kind of push the quality really hard to make sure that Warhammer can be the best it can be.
Fantastic. All of these shows will be coming to Warhammer Plus in 2026, right?
Black Talon will be on its way.
This is
before
bonus
that.
for me
That's
as well,
gonna be
right? I
released
have
this
Warhammer
year,
Plus because I want the
and then
miniature
rest
and
of
I
those
want
shows are on
the
their way in
app.
26.
This is just
Fantastic.
bonus stuff for me
And
that I'm
I'm just going to
essentially now
press you a
getting
little
for
bit.
free.
When the camera panned out and you saw the desks with the monitors, those were Space Marine Terminators.
They did look like Space Marine Terminators.
Is that a clue for a Starties team?
I mean, it could be. Who knows? Who knows?
Why is it not accurate? They fucked up with the audio gate on
I'm probably
Adam's
too excited.
microphone
But that
and
was
the
fun.
reverb.
If you want to watch all
They
of those
haven't done it
shows
already.
and loads more besides Warhammer Plus is where you'll find them all. So, we need to go now to the Age of Darkness and the Horus
I don't know
Heresy.
how Eddie still does this. He's god awful. I mean, I feel sorry for them both. I do.
Fantastic.
Horsey Heresy.
So, we've got some exciting things coming down the road for the Horus Heresy very soon.
That's not even central.
Here are our first reveals.
It's not even in the
We
middle.
are looking at the Legiones Astartes Siege Assault Battle Group. What is a Siege Assault Battle Group, I hear you say? Well, good news.
That logo
we can
wasn't even
explain it.
central.
This is effectively a new box set with loads
Neither's
of
that.
new miniatures and a couple of returning ones as well.
Fucking
Let's
lazy
have a look at some of the
cunts.
models. To start off with, we have the much anticipated.
How is the
Mark
image
III
pissed?
Legion Breacher Squad. This is your
How
Space
can you
Marines in
not
iron
even
armor
get
with
the image
enormous
in the
big
middle of the
shields and all sorts
screen?
of
These
specialist
systems
breaching
auto
weapons.
snap.
Yeah, I'm of the opinion that iron armor is the greatest mark of armor ever invented, and that breaches are the greatest type of Space Marines ever invented. So these ones are just
These
for
are
me.
cool.
These are
Joe's
just for
been
you.
waiting
You've
for
got
these.
all the things you would want from a Breacher Squad in this. You've of course got shields and bolt guns.
Goodbye
You've also
money.
got
Do you want to
grab
be paid
guns in
in
there,
Breacher Squads,
cutters
Toby?
for
Is that
getting
how it
through there,
works?
bits to make your sergeant, everything you would need from a Legion Breacher Squad.
Yeah, fantastic.
I like breaches a lot.
Backing them
I don't
up
like them
in
as much
their
as Toby
mission
and Joe
to
likes them, but I like
launch
them a
siege
lot.
assaults. We have the very welcome new Cataphracti Terminators.
Oh, new Cataphracti.
Yeah. This is,
They're sick.
two
I like
kits
them a
on their
lot.
way for Cataphracti Terminators. You've got this one we can see right now with Volkite charges and power balls, and there is also a kit on the way with combi bolters and power fists. Both of these kits also include
tech guy in the
upgrades
background
for
is
things
shit,
like
brick shoving
heavy
flies
weapons,
over it. Yeah,
heavy
facts.
flamers, autocannons, that sort of thing.
They are
And
really
these
nice. I like those a
Cataphracti
lot.
are now scaled in line with the rest of the Horus Heresy range so that they tower over
I like
any
Cataphracti.
body wearing power armor foolish enough to challenge them in a fight.
Fantastic. And I think one of the more popular marks of Terminator armor as well in Cataphracti.
Yeah, certainly up there. Also in this box set, you have a Leviathan Siege Dreadnought. He isn't
can't-
new, but he
I
is
can't
awesome.
tell you how much
he
it
comes with these
triggers
guys
me,
in the
chat.
box as well.
The
miniatures
logo
will
here,
also be
if you look at this, this is in the
separately as well.
middle,
So if
right?
for some reason you didn't
This
want
more
a
videos bit is in the
Leviathan
middle.
Dreadnought,
Let's go
you
back.
should look in the Siege
Right, this is in the
Dreadnought. He
middle.
isn't new,
This
but he
is-
is
this
awesome.
isn't
He
central.
comes with
If I
these
go
guys
up,
in the box as well.
that's
The
not
miniatures
central.
will also be
That
available
really
separately
fucking
as well.
triggers
So
me.
if for some reason you didn't want a Leviathan Dreadnought in your life, it should be crazy. If you didn't want it, you can get these
I
Terminators
fucking
and the
love a
Breacher Squad
Leviathan
separately.
as well.
Fantastic.
Favourite dreadnought.
So all of these things are united by their like of sieging. It's not the only new kit.
I wish I had
or
the time
box
and
set coming
capacity
along
to
for
build and
Horus
paint Heresy. I
There is
really
more.
do.
Yeah, it's
May
not
we
just about Space
introduce-
Marines.
May we
Skitarii
introduce
Battle
you to the Mechanicum Skitarii
It's still
Battle
not
Group.
central.
The stuff in
Put
here
the
is
fucking
mind-blowing.
photo in the
I remember
middle.
seeing it for the first time and just being absolutely like blown away by it. Let's break down what comes in this set. First are the Skitarii Battle Pilgrim Corpus. These are the predecessors to the Skitarii legions that you might know from Warhammer
why
40,000.
does Heresy
At the time of the
AdMech
Horus Heresy,
just
the Mechanicum
piss all
splits. You
over
end up with
40K
two
AdMech?
fabricated generals, and the Skitarii at that time split under each of those
Skitarii
fabricated generals.
AdMech, Horus Heresy AdMech is like, it makes 40k
Gohal
AdMech look like it's
go
from Wish.
real dark.
Yeah, they like blood. They come from the planet named after the god of war, so it's no surprise really that they do like shedding blood. So certainly the traitor Skitarii go a bit off the rails, but even the loyalist ones at this point are still savage warrior
making
pilgrims
videos, you won't
of
care. I'd
Mars.
never
They are
make videos,
irradiated
Carl, let's be honest.
fanatics.
Yeah, they're quite a different beast, aren't they?
Currently
You can
struggling
see
month to
in
month,
the
mate,
weapons
so,
and
you
things that
know,
they carry
I'm not gonna make
how
a bid
different they
anytime
are. This
soon.
is their leader, it's the Battle Pilgrim Marshal.
Yeah, really nice multi-part plastic there. You can see some of the different options. You've got, I'm not even sure what the weapons are called, but you've got a stabby one, a punchy one,
These are
and a
just
zappy
better
one.
than the 40k ones.
That's pretty
by
much
like a
exactly
lot.
what he's got. If you are looking for more details on it, he's got...
Even the servo skull head has got little options on it.
He does have a servo skull. There's also another thing. There we go. The
100%
Voltrax
40k team
Stratos
admech
Automata
can get a stay
which
from in the sea,
is
100%.
available to the Skitarii
He's cool.
Battle Pilgrims. It's a grav unit which is pushing the edges of what's allowed in technology. And if you're familiar with the Warhammer 40,000 range, you know what some of these things end up becoming.
Yeah, absolutely. So this can go into battle alongside your Skitarii, or you can include it in wider Mechanicum army. The Skitarii themselves can be
40k logo is
fielded almost as a self-contained force, but they can also slot in quite happily into a wider Mechanicum army. So this is a great little expansion if you've already pledged yourself to Mars, to one of the various fabricated generals. This is a welcome expansion.
There's going to be some fun new things to learn about these guys as well. They've got weapons that I wasn't familiar with the name of at this when I discovered them, because they're entirely new. They're carrying Volt Lock weapons, so Volt Lock pistols, Volt Lock arquebuses. And it's more of that like weird esoteric Martian technology that perhaps the wider Imperium hasn't got its hands on and doesn't understand.
It's either a little bit heretical or Mars just really likes it and doesn't want to share.
Yeah, absolutely. All of the rules and the lore behind these models will be contained in the Steel Hand of Mars, which is a new journal Tactica, which will be coming out for the Horus Heresy soon.
Yeah.
There we go. And here you can see some fantastic spins. We've got the Marshal here. His pistol was a Volt Lock pistol, for the record. And yeah, I think if you've been enjoying collecting some of the Mechanicum models for your Horus Heresy collection, this is a really welcome addition, right? It helps you build out your force.
Absolutely. So yeah, Heresy fans getting a lot of stuff on the way.
Honestly,
very
can't wait
soon.
for these. I thought they might be exciting.
Staying in the Age of Darkness, we have a few more things.
But perhaps a little smaller.
A little bit smaller.
There we go. Any Legions Imperialis fans in the room?
Everything's not on centre.
There we
go.
So if you like your Heresy,
and this is just such a fucking lazy transition screen to go from one model range to the other.
Saturnine Battle Group. Earlier in the year, that was a nice sort of murmur that went across the room. Earlier in the year, we had Saturnine release, which was the new sort of box set for the Horus Heresy. This is the Saturnine models entering the Legions Imperialis game.
It's not a game I ever want to play, but it's cool.
From the big Heresy range alongside it, so you can get a sense of the scale, because these are chunky models.
I'm into it.
You've got the Saturnine compared to...
We've got a lovely shot of it next to the normal Saturnine Dreadnought's plasma cannon. If you're curious about how this stacks up against your
timing people out that
Warhammer
try and put
Heresy,
spoilers in the chat by the way for the show.
It's about the same size as
this is the first time I've seen it.
But the advantage, of course, in Legions Imperialis is that you can field entire formations of these guys, right? So you can have an entire Saturnine army of things, hundreds of Terminators on the battlefield.
Yeah, also inside this Saturnine battle group, you get some other great additions. You get the Mastodon and the Arachnid weapon platform and Vindicators.
Couldn't tell if no one cheered for a really
great.
I think it's cool. It just doesn't interest me.
The technology.
If you'd have given me Legions Imperialis scale to Epic scale Eldar, I might have bought into it. But I just...
It's got now that it's in Legions Imperialis scale, along with the quad autocannons. There is also
I'd rather just build it
Punisher
and play it in full size.
Yeah, the Orias heavy frag missile launcher.
Yes, so loads of different choices to put on your weapon platforms to kill whatever your opponent happens to be putting down on the battlefield.
And they look really cool when you get these panning shots.
They do.
All the little tanks. Very nice. So, there's more for Legions Imperialis. There is an absolute deluge. This is the Legionis Astartes Combined Arms Battle Group. It's all stuff you've seen before. We won't linger on it too long, other than to say this is a great way of getting a whole bunch of Space Marines for your Legions Imperialis games. Like units and tanks and vehicles and all of the good stuff.
It's kind of an army in a box, or certainly a small army in a very easy way to expand.
Is it pricey? I've never looked at prices.
Also a box on its way for Solar Auxilia, doing a very similar sort of thing. Loads of different units. You've got some super heavy, some infantry, some scout units, some Ogrins, all sorts of stuff.
That's pretty cool. I like that. I'm into that.
Let's talk about super heavies for a moment. My favourite tank in the Horus Heresy, maybe in the entire Warhammer universe, is the Space Marine Legions Astartes
middle
Bellblade.
Here we go that way.
It comes as like a kit. The other thing inside that kit we just saw is the Glaive Super Heavy.
I like a Volkite. I like the Glaive.
I think a Glaive.
Empire is the best current rule system. It's only
Fantastic.
for us. It's only
There
heresy,
are
not
more
140.
super heavy tanks on their way for the Space Marines as well as the Fellblade and the Glaive. There is a second.
I'm interested in it. Now the model range is filling out a bit. I'm more interested in it.
A brand new super heavy tank that we've never seen before. The Ascalon super heavy tank with the largest tank portable flamer in the Age of Darkness.
You just really want to burn somebody at this point, don't you?
Yeah, that is the same size flamer that you get on Titans, just for scale.
So, the Legions Imperialis collectors, they're just eating well right now.
They're eating good. They're eating good.
Great.
Yeah, they're cool. I'm into it. I like the fact it's got a better metal range now.
There's got to be a book to provide you with all the rules and lore about all of these things that we just showed you. You'll find that in Journal Strategia, The Ruin of the Salamanders.
Yeah, but
you really
most of us don't watch an
don't look too close to the cover because that is an Iron Warriors Fellblade driving over your
content fit the majority of people that'll be watching on phones and tablets.
Sorry.
Someone's going to lose. Sorry, Salamanders.
Right, so we're not quite done in the Age of Darkness. We need to take a tiny detour as we talk about something like new and interesting. If you've been enjoying reading and discovering
this one's now
the Horus
centered.
Heresy series, we're introducing here for the first time a new volume in it is Horus Rising. What is the Horus Heresy?
This is now practically centered.
It's 12 volumes, which have been selected by the Black Library to take you through the Horus Heresy. Otherwise, you're facing like 54 books. And so what this does is it includes sort of the main story arc of the heresy and a lot of those main events. So things like Isstvan 3, Isstvan 5, the betrayal at Kauth, Prospero, loads of these key events that you really need to understand to make your way through the whole of the Horus Heresy.
Really getting into Space Marines lately. It's
dangerous. Hardback book right now. If you're in the room, come and have a look at the end of the show. It's a beautiful volume, fantastic new artwork. There'll be a paperback edition coming.
I want hardbacks
in the future afterwards as well. These are intended for people who maybe a lot of us in this room have probably followed the Horus Heresy for years, right? But if you're new and you want to know where to start, well, this is a fantastic starting point.
Please don't be limited
Horus
hardbacks,
Rising is one of the most popular books in all of the Black Library, and it's exciting to see it in a new imprint.
Oh, I'm going to see if we can get some shots of this.
There we go. Exciting.
Why does he?
Right. I guess the thing to talk about with Horus Rising is this is kind of the book that launched the Horus Heresy into the fame and the notoriety that we're familiar with today.
What the fuck was that?
There we go.
Oh, it's wonky good.
There we go. The cover art is fantastic. Horus Lupercal looks like a really swell guy.
I would follow him, definitely.
I think
he's like a great guy.
It's all going to turn out just fine.
Please don't be limited. Please, I want them all.
Right. So we are moving on now. We've been to the Age of Darkness. Let's return for a moment to the old world, if we can.
It was one of the most pointless camera angles I've ever seen.
So, let's play the video.
The enemy are at the walls.
See, this production is beautiful, by the way.
Now is the time for every citizen to take up arms. The great mages of the Celestial Court stand with us. Together,
more cafe stuff?
We defend our homeland. This great bastion has stood for 3,000 years.
Since the Chaos Marauders, I'm getting into Old World now. Dangerous. Ooh. Oh, they're nice. Oh, he's super fucking cool. They're cool. He's nice. They're cool as shit. Bear.
That was pretty cool. Yes. So, Warhammer the Old World, obviously, has come back. We've gone back to the world that was. It's been a lot of fun for those of us who have gone there. One of the huge stories out of Warhammer the Old World, of course, has been Cathay, which is an army we'd never previously had a chance to visit. We had that army released in the not too distant past.
He is cool as shit.
Release,
that's obviously built from the same model. Is also cool as shit.
There's loads of good stuff on the way, including Astromancers of the Celestial Court.
I want to take.
Until now, if you've been using a Grand Cathay
I want to take some of those models
a little bit limited for your choices
of
spellcasters on the battlefield, your wizard options. So the Astromancers provide you with a foot
That
mount,
with a change the top of the staff
wizard
to a
and
Farseer
mounted
staff,
wizard,
change the
so you can,
helmet.
include them in your units, or have them deployed around the battlefield where you need them most, and provide you with some much-needed magical backup.
Yeah. Multi-part plastic kit as well. So really, lots of cool little options in there. You can have a look at the different heads and staffs and hands and things that they can have.
He's also got a really adorable Onyx Crowman as well.
He does have a little Crowman with him.
They're fucking cool.
Which is a familiar, if you were wondering what it does in the game. Right. Now, in the narrative of what's taking place in the old world right now, a lot of the army of Grand Cathay has deployed to the old world proper to help reinforce against the hordes of chaos, which are massing in the north. And that leaves the peasant levies the responsibility of manning the Great Bastion. And so that's what we have here is some of the peasant levy. These are just ordinary citizen soldiers called to arms. Here you can see them with bows. There's not been a lot of missile units in Grand Cathay except for its artillery pieces until now. So these are a really welcome unit. We've also got them with spears if you want.
In game terms, this also gives you like a really useful disposable unit that you can
That's where
have.
I was going, yeah.
Currently, you're having to rely on your Jade Warriors, which are really the elite of your forces. But sometimes you just need a unit to kind of get in the way of something, or to block a charge, or to fall back, or just to die so that other units don't have to. And peasants give you that
cool
option,
banner.
basically.
It's a cruel world.
It's a cruel world.
Now, we talked a little about missile units available to the armies of Grand Cathay. And there are 2 new missile units on the way as part of this reinforcement set. The first is the Iron Hell Gunners. The forges of Nangao have been blazing hot.
These are
to
quite
make
pretty. The
new
Cathay range is
weapons and
looking quite
munitions
sick, actually,
for
isn't
the
it?
armies of Grand Cathay.
It makes
The
me
Iron
quite
Hell
promise.
Gunners are
It makes me feel
functionally
quite hopeful for
blunderbusses.
old world
These
in the
things
future.
tear through heavy infantry at short range.
I really wanted to get into it when they relaunched it, but when they relaunched all the old models, I was like, no, I'm out.
Which you just saw there. So there's 2 units inside this reinforcement set. The Iron Hail, short range, devastating against large units, and then you've got the Crane Gunners, which we'll go to next. So you can say they've got the purveyors to protect them from incoming fire, and then they've got these extremely powerful arquebus-style weapons. The detailing on them is the thing that really excites me. The sort of the fluting on the barrel, all of the the telescopic sights, everything
cool.
about these.
I like those a lot.
Really screams like intricate detail and sculptural work.
Nightmare
the Grand Cathay
you'd have
Army
to
is quite known
assembly
for.
those.
Absolutely. And together, added into the artillery you've already got as part of the Cathayan army, you can make an incredibly powerful shooting army for the armies of Grand Cathay.
Really
if you wanted to
Cathay
just put missile troops on the battlefield, have archers and firepower and artillery and rockets and all sorts of stuff, you could make probably the most formidable shooting army in the old world, which is pretty
Yeah, you're certainly right there, aren't you? All of these things will be available first as part of the Defenders of the Grand Bastion, which is a reinforcement set. If you've not collected a Grand Cathay army before, you could use this as a starter, but it's really intended as that big block of reinforcements for your existing force. And it's, we should talk about when this is due out. It's going to be out like late winter into spring next year.
Yeah, so a little bit of a wait, but not too long. So if you like the look of those and you've not got any Cathay and stuff yet, pick up some Cathay now, get your army ready, and the reinforcements will be along.
Am I going to become an old world player, chap?
With a little bit of foreshadowing, I mentioned that a lot of the army of Grand Cathay within the narrative of the unfolding lore has gone to the old world to fight against chaos. This book's called The Breaching of the Great Bastion, and it all does not look well back in Grand Cathay. You can see it's
Chat, we're an hour in, we're on 42 members.
So I think we're going to see what the peasant levy is going to have to be dealing with within the story as it unfolds in the old world.
Absolutely, a very exciting
I'll do these
expansion for
every
the old
single
world
time the
and for
day
Grand
after
Cathay,
if we
in
get
particular.
to 100
So,
gifted.
that was good.
That was fun.
Why don't we go forward and have a little bit of a look at Necromunda?
Let's do it.
Game I really want to get into, never have.
So, Necromunda, there's
These transition pages are flat
Necromunda here in the
lazy.
room. There's been a narrative sort of event taking place within Necromunda for a few years now. And you see here, this is a new book that's coming for Necromunda. It's called Spire of Primus. This is part of the Aranthian succession story that's unfolding.
Leave it to the end.
There's been a real power struggle on the planet of Necromunda. The planetary governor was deposed, presumed dead. Noble houses have been vying for power.
One of the testers is one of my best mates.
This book continues and culminates some of that story.
If it's anything like old 8th
real
fantasy,
appearance
it'll
and
be a
arrival of
really
major
interesting
player
game
within
to
the
play.
power structure of Necromunda. This
Lots
is
of-
Ozostium
lots of
Aranthus.
rank and file and wheeling rat. I
The
loved
art is
it.
called the Aranthian Succession, and Ozostium Aranthus is a presence that has been on Necromunda since before the birth of the Imperium.
He's really old. Really old.
He looks well for it, right?
Yeah,
Everything
he
seems
looks all
fine. If you want to see just how he looks under his helmet, on warhammercommunity.com, there's a picture of him without his helmet on. He is not a well man. So essentially, he is attempting the ultimate power coup to take control of Necromunda. I don't want to spoil who and what he is too much, other than to say he's got a really dark and unpleasant past, and I wouldn't want him in charge of my planet.
I can't decide if I like him or not.
Yeah. Or maybe he is if you like that sort of thing.
But there's a lot of other kits on the way as well for Necromunda. It's a fairly sizable release of stuff, actually.
Yeah. We've got a few things to talk about. These are the Palanite Justicars. You've seen Palanite Enforcers before. It's the responsibility on every planet in the Imperium for the planetary governor to maintain law and order. That's not the job of the Adeptus Arbites. Cool? They enforce the Lex Imperialis. So this is part of that law and order. Palanite Justicars, in particular, dispense justice to the noble houses. And so what you've got here is almost like a snatch squad, right? You've got bailiffs, you've got the one with his man catcher, you've got an executioner. These are going to descend into the hive and wreak justice on wrongdoers. And you can ally them alongside law-abiding gangs within your Necromunda campaigns. They're just fantastic.
I love the servo skull has a wig.
It does, yeah. He's got that whole sort of a barrister-looking aesthetic going on.
As much as I do feel sorry for these two, and I do genuinely feel sorry for them, because they've got to deal with all this, and they have to be the kind of
and you can build them in a variety of ways. So you could be like build onto the guy who's kneeling down and whatever. So there's some options here.
They're not
I'm being told
charismatic presenters, are they?
So fantastic.
Do you know what I mean? Like they don't really get you excited for anything, do they?
Not the only expansion. Necromunda saw a couple of years back.
Oh, better Votan.
These are the Ironhead Squat Charter Masters and Drill Masters. This is an expansion for your Ironhead Squat gangs. They provide you with some elite specialist gang champion situation here. They're just brilliant, right? Who doesn't want like a new squat with a pipe?
Games Workshop released Votan for 40k, and Necromunda went, hold my beer, we'll do them better.
So the idea of these is they're champions that add on to an existing Necromunda gang. You could probably make a gang out of it, but the idea is that really this is an expansion. The existing squats that you've already got, these are kind of the elite. These are what Charter Masters effectively means that they've earned their high rank within the squad hierarchy.
Exactly.
And as a result, kitted out with some of the best equipment. They've got very good armor. They've got very good guns. These are going to pack a punch in your games.
Yeah, and within this, there's specific specialists that do specific things. So one of them is the Exomaster. You see the bigger
I don't like the fake cringy agency hype. Well, they just don't have any charisma, though.
This incredible understanding of how the mining process works.
They're not natural entertainers. They're not.
And they've got the gear to do it, but it's also incredibly useful war gear. Or you've got the Drill Masters. And the Drill Master can control, I think he's called a Techmite Autoveyor. Is this weird little sort of tracked unit that you might have seen in some of the shots. A great addition to your...
There is far too many
the Necromunda gangs, and you can use them as part of your Ironhead Squat Prospectors. There you go.
Excellent.
Right. Whew, that is Necromunda. It's time to go to the grim darkness of the far future.
Go on, son. Here we go.
We have a bunch of new stuff for Warhammer 40,000 for you today. Some incredible new miniatures across a range of different factions. I want to start off with some new character models for some of our Xenos factions. This is Beric Stormbrow. He is a cool Berserker character. He can lead your units for Sonic Berserkers. And the lore for this guy is that he is an expert orc hunter. He's lost his hands in combat against orcs. They've been blasted off in some kind of horrific bouts of firepower. But he is so tough. He's just got some new bionic ones. He's not overly troubled by it. He is a particularly tough kin. He has a clone scheme that makes him even more durable than the already durable Leagues of Votan already are. He goes right at the front of your army, in the middle of your Chthonic Berserkers, leads that unit into combat.
I like him a lot. He's cool. Okay, so that's a good Votan 40k model.
To your opponent's army and makes an absolute mess of whatever you send him into.
And the orc's got a nosebleed. Right.
You have to punch an orc really hard to make its nosebleed.
I would think so. He's not the only new character model coming. Here we see the Twin Lance part of the Tau Empire. Eddie, what are the Twin Lance?
So the Twin Lance are a new pair of special characters for the Tau Empire. Those of you who know your Tau Empire lore will know that Farsight was once the exemplar of the Mondkar, the killing blow within the Tau Empire, but he's sort of fallen out of favour with the Ethereals. They don't really like to put him on the posters and the propaganda anymore. So they were looking for someone new to represent the Mondkar within the Tau Empire. So they found these guys, the Twin Lance. This is a male and a female Tau who were once part of three warriors went around together, but one of them was killed by a Gene Stealer Patriarch. These two responded with a perfect exemplar of the killing blow and managed to take out the leader of the Gene Stealer uprising.
Cool, I like them. It makes me hopeful for new crisis seats.
Tau Empire, and now they go between the different septs, fighting wherever the Ethereals tell them to. One of the things to note about them that's quite cool is that they don't have the markings of any specific sept within the Tau Empire on them, because they are heroes for all.
If you could leave the fire off,
for all of the greater good, they can fight alongside any of the septs you want, which means you can put them in any of your Tau armies, regardless of what colour you.
The rest of it, though, is pretty nice.
They are very, very good at going in very close and killing the thing you really want them to kill. One of them has a fusion-style weapon. One of them has a flamer-style weapon. So whether you want to melt a tank or burn some infantry, they are the Tau for the job.
Yeah, they have individual names, so they are known as the Twin Lance. You have Sunseer, who has the Fusion Eliminator, and then you have Scatterflare, who uses an ion scatter cannon. And so you can see them here. The ion scatter cannon is the one on the screen left, and yeah, they've got different specializations. Just fantastic new character models for your Tau Empire army. There's more. This is...
Oh, Joe will be happy.
This is very exciting for me. I'm a Tyranid collector. I have a nice Tyranid army at home, and this is a new Synapse leader for your Tyranid army in the Tyranid Prime.
Shame you probably do a League Warriors.
It sort of does what it says on the tin. This is the Tyranid Prime with a lash whip. You know what a Tyranid Prime is? You know what a lash whip is? This is the Tyranid Prime with a lash whip.
That's a cool model.
A lovely miniature. It's in a really cool dynamic pose. It's the first time we've had a dedicated miniature to represent a Tyranid Prime infantry version. This is a character that you can put in alongside the Tyranid Warriors or one of your infantry units. Makes that unit more efficient and obviously gives you some synaptic benefits as well. But I think just a really awesome Tyranid model, actually. Just really great to have something new to paint.
Yeah, we should say these three releases that we just described, so Berek and the Twin Spear and the Tyranid Prime with Lash Whip, we're expecting to see them released into the new year. So think more like springtime, I think.
Yeah, it's a little way off yet, but we just wanted to...
Just some releases to keep it ticking over.
Exactly, it's always nice.
We get it. We get it.
There is a lot more for Warhammer 40,000 for us to show. I believe we've got a little video.
Yeah.
The Primarch Reborn demands the impossible.
Be cool, be cool, be cool. Am I painting blue again soon?
They await your presence, my lord. He commands us to reconquer the 500 worlds of Ultramar. In the 10,000 years between his death and rebirth, how many worlds have been scoured by the arch-enemy?
Get far too into Ultramarines lately.
Devoured by the monsters of the hive mind. Sacrificed on the altar of Exterminatus. He is a demigod out of time. Fighting for a golden age that can never dawn again.
Welcome home. Rise, Demetria Titus, Master of the Watch, Captain of the Second Company.
Captain of Second Company?
Warden of Ultramar!
Hey?
The Primarch Reborn demands the impossible.
Please give us a new model.
Death.
The fucking current one's shit.
To the end.
Looks cool.
That was awesome. I'm a huge fan of Captain Titus. I followed him through Space Marine, the original game, many years ago. I've put too many hours to account into Space Marine 2. And here we see his narrative.
Yeah, but you get the weird
tripping
over model,
an important
which I
piece
don't love.
of Warhammer 40,000 lore, and especially important for Captain Titus. Those of you who played Space Marine 2, the computer game, will know that the last time we saw Titus, he was a lieutenant of the Ultramarines, recently returned from exile in the Death Watch, and he is sort of come back, the prodigal son return sort of thing. We now know, thanks to this new piece of information, that he has become the captain of the second company once more.
So what happens to Acheron?
Is complete. His redemption is complete, and he is now leading the second company. But that is a job that comes with a lot of responsibility. He is the warden of Ultramar, and he has been tasked by the Primarch Reboot Guilliman with retaking the 500 worlds of Ultramar, which was an enormous thing for Guilliman back in the age of the Horus Heresy, but many of those worlds have been lost. He has been tasked with reclaiming them with the troops he has to hand.
So let's see what those troops look like.
There is a new model. Non-Space Marine models. I mean, the bolt gun's a bit of a weird. Why can't they get Titus right?
Fantastic. So here we see Captain Titus and the Wardens of Ultramar. This is a new plastic kit.
The bolt gun's weird. Why is he...
The Ultramarines chapter. This is Titus and his command staff as he embarks on this quest to reunify the 500 worlds of Ultramar.
Absolutely. We know that we've had quite a lot of Ultramarine releases recently, but I think for Titus, we can have one more. I think that's okay, right? He's kind of cool. He's kind of cool. So this is Captain Titus. He has brought with him his brilliant chainsword, which we know from Space Marine 2.
I've got a lot of hours in with that.
Yes,
I mean, he's a much better model, but the bolt gun just being held down by his side looks weird.
Once more, so all the regalia that you'd expect of that position. A very cool cloak, and he is at the centre of that new box set. But it's not just him, he's brought with him his entourage.
Possibly my favourite Space Marine in the whole galaxy. Anybody here seen Secret Level? In the chat, have you seen Secret Level? If you haven't, you need to go and watch it. It's an incredible animation that we made in partnership with Amazon as part of their Secret Level series. Matoris is the veteran sergeant who recruited Titus as a boy. And here they are reunited in this plastic kit. Matoris is going to help Titus on his quest to reunify these 500 worlds.
Yeah, he's a sergeant of the Blade Guard. So as you can imagine,
I just don't like the bolt
very competent.
It might be part of the paint job as well. I don't like the paint.
He's a very competent combatant in the Secret Level episode. He's not the only Space Marine to accompany Titus, of course. Ancient Gabriel, this guy had your back all the way through Space Marine 2.
Another banner.
He has now been given the banner of the second company.
Because this one wasn't enough. We need another Ultramarines banner.
It's nice to have friends, right?
It's nice to have friends.
Yeah, speaking of friends, there's a suite of other important characters who are going to help Titus in his mission. Here we have Commodore Gaius Silver.
He's cool.
A commander in the fleet of Ultramar. Responsible for making sure that the fleet logistics and the naval battles and things that are going to take place go smoothly.
Yeah.
There's more. He's got a staff of human helpers. This is astropath Daniel Cornelius, a powerful astropath. In 40k terms, this is the only way to stay in touch with your friends.
Yeah, Titus is the captain of the second company, the warden of Ultramar. He has almost constant communication from all the various planets within Ultramar and the forces that he's trying to command to keep hold of them and take new ones. So it's vital that
I think it kind of fits Ultramarines more
nearby at almost all times. Interesting kind of that we are able to see all the humans that accompany Titus, because Ultramar is a kind of slightly unusual part of the Imperium in that not only do the Ultramarines have to go and kill all the aliens there and make sure that they drive back the forces of the heretics, they've also they also lord over the humans of that region as well. They command the humans and run Ultramar as a sort of mini empire within an empire.
Yeah, absolutely. This is Planetary Lucia Vesta. they go ahead. This character goes ahead of Titus, kind of as a messenger, but also as an explorer. So, sort of scouting ahead and working out which of the 500 worlds that are lost are able to be reclaimed, and helping him with that mission. And possibly my favourite of the human helpers. This is Amelia Minervus, the Legatus, a ranking officer within the Ultramar Auxilia.
Yeah, she's cool as shit.
Absolutely. The Ultramar Auxilia,
I like
human
this.
forces
More
of
humans
Ultramar,
in Space
the battle,
Marines
very
as an
similar to the
army. I'm
Aftermath
actually all
Tyrant,
about that. I
alongside
quite
the
like it.
Ultramarines trying to retain those 500 worlds and defend the borders of Ultramar from
This has got me excited. I like this. Paul, thank you for the one gifted. We're up to 43.
The idea with this set is that it's essentially Titus and his command staff, and it's a fantastic leadership unit to use in your games. Brilliantly characterful models. And also really starts to help tell the narrative of this event that's taking place with the 500 worlds. Speaking of which, Eddie, do you want to get the book?
Get the book.
We've got the book here today, so we can get it out.
More shit camera
and show
angles.
you.
Let's go.
This is Warhammer 40,000 500 Worlds Titus. It is when we say book, that's a little bit misleading. Here you can see it's a mighty slipcase that contains 4 volumes to it. What these volumes do is each has a slightly different thing. So you have the first of these books is called Titus. It's the lore. It's 80 pages of the narrative and the background that explains the events that are taking place. You then have Dread Incursions. Dread Incursions are the way to play boarding actions and
not central again.
Sort of close confined battles as they go from place to place. So we've seen some fantastic terrain come out for Kill Team, which would be really useful for doing some of those sort of boarding action style situations. We've also got the War on Vespertor Front as a campaign. Anybody here enjoying the grand narrative this weekend might find this extremely appealing, because this is a complete campaign system. In the background of this shot here now, you can see the map that comes. Oh, we've just lost it. But there's an enormous map that comes with this set. There's loads of stickers that you can sort of track the progress of your campaign with your friends as you battle for the 500 worlds. And finally, but by no means least,
I'm crying out, to be fair, Cedric, I'm crying out for more narrative stuff, so I'm here for it. I'm happy with
all
it.
Of the detachments and the rules that you need to use these new things in your games. They will be available online as a download or as part of the app. I don't know quite which.
Yeah, definitely available online.
You gave me those, I appreciate 100%.
This is a very cool set of expansions. There's loads of good stuff in there, loads of good gaming material. It's sort of particularly themed towards those of you who enjoy the narrative elements of Warhammer 40,000. But as you say, Adam, the detachments will be match play compatible. But because we don't want to kind of limit them behind a big set that you have to buy, they will also be available online for those of you who want to just get the
I'm into this.
But then you'd be missing out on having an amazing campaign experience.
The 500 Worlds campaign is something I can get behind.
And what this set really does is it sets up that region of space as a pivotal and important part of the Warhammer 40,000 universe, one of the most active war zones that's currently happening in Warhammer 40,000 right now, which is to say something, because there's a lot of war going on.
And I had a chance to read through the Titus volume, that 80-page lore book. There are some very cool information inside there.
Strong agree.
The things that are happening
and I'm getting really into
wider story of Warhammer 40,000 are really interesting. It's a compelling read.
But who are they fighting, Adam?
Well, if you've looked at the covers of those books, you might have got a subtle hint as to who the enemy that is principally causing them problems within the 500 worlds. These guys are finding themselves going up against this guy. This is Necrosaur Amantar. And who or what is Necrosaur Amantar?
So Necrosaur Amantar is effectively a deranged destroyer lord of the Necrons.
That's
he is
cool as
an
shit.
ancient, powerful creature, and he leads an entire army of destroyers who want none of that kind of conquest or claiming land or anything like that. He just wants to wipe out all life in the galaxy, starting with Ultramar. There are even rumors that he might have been the origin of the destroyer curse itself
59,
amongst the Necrons. So he's a pretty big deal. He has a particularly diabolical plan. Looking at the galaxy, he goes, even though I am a 20-foot killing machine with lasers for arms, I don't think I could kill the whole galaxy, but I know something that could. I'm going to put the Nightbringer back together.
Fantastic. So the Nightbringer, you might have seen, we showed it on warhammercommunity.com. This would have been the first time you'd seen it if it hadn't have gone out as a leak. We did mention leaks in our invitation video. But here is the Catan shard of the Nightbringer. the Necrosaur, his plan is to gather all of the
gorgeous,
shards,
honestly,
so that he can get the Nightbringer together properly and just kill
utterly
all life in the
gorgeous,
galaxy.
that Nightbringer.
Absolutely. It's not just the new character and the new Catan shard that will be coming out. There will be some new ways of getting Necrons into your army. There is a new battalion, which basically gives you all the destroyers. So if you like the idea of an army of undying,
Lee, if you're watching, there's going to be some destroyers coming your way.
Hell-bent on destroying all life, this is the battalion for you.
Perfect. Yeah, if your jam is just psychotic, undead, robot killing machines, 500 Worlds is going to be your jam.
Yep.
Perfect. Whew. I feel like we've reached the end.
That is the end.
Perfect. Right, so here we go. Let's just look at Titus squaring off against the enemy. And then what remains is for us to bring this to a close. Everybody who's been watching us live on the stream, thank you so much for sticking with us for our technical difficulties. We appreciate it wasn't perfect, but it's been really great to show you all these fantastic Warhammer reveals and just get a bit excited about our favourite hobby with all of you. Thank you for hanging around with us.
If you want to see any of these reveals, again, you want to watch any of the videos again, you want a closer look at any of those miniatures, the Warhammer community website, if it's not already updated, will be updated very soon with lovely shots of all of those new reveals so you can spend time, look over them, and decide which of those you're most excited about and which one you want to buy.
Yeah, absolutely. And if you've got burning questions about things Eddie and I didn't explain, there's a good chance that the answers will be there on Warcom, so go and have a look. I should address the 1,000 or so people in the room. Thank you all for sticking around with us as well. You have been an incredible audience. It's been a delight to share this reveal with all of you. We're going to bring this thing to a close. Thank you from Eddie and from all of the Warhammer TV team who made this possible. And thank you from myself. It's been a delight. We'll see you again next time. Good night.
I mean, so like I said to you guys at the start of the show, right? And then I had my own technical difficulties because YouTube decided to fuck me, which is why this is only going out in 1440p. I had a person message me and say, you're going to laugh at their issues. And I'm like, I feel sorry for technical issues because with live TV specifically, shit just happens and there's nothing you can do about it, right? That's it. And so I was like, I was prepared, legitimately prepared, and I don't do this very often, but I was legitimately prepared to come on stream and defend them for some slight issues, but that was just front to back shit, right? And so actually, it's hard to defend the indefensible. A simple sound check before going live solves most of the issues that they had. The camera angle is bad. The handheld camera is bad. The little weird wonky table is bad. Eddie having to run to that wonky table whilst the whole desk shapes everywhere is bad. The monitor just led on the desk is bad. The two of them sat behind laptops in front of a live audience is bad. Not being able to hear the audience is bad. All the images being done with a potato camera and off-center is bad. It's just all bad. It's just shit. Honestly, what's literally carried that whole stream is I think that all of the models are really, really. I don't think there's a thing there that I'm not too bothered about Necromunda, right? But I'm sure Necromunda people think the models are quite nice. The Votan models on Necromunda are better than the 40k models on Necromunda. Every other model is beautiful, and the models have literally carried the show, right? But it was just bad, and I have a studio now, but I'm coming out from my office in my house, and my audio is, I'd like to think, pretty good normally. When we go out from our studio, our audio is good. I'm going to be honest with you. The audio in the studio doesn't cost me thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of pounds, right? It just doesn't. So, for a company with that much revenue, getting that right, honestly, it's not that hard. But the model ranges, let's talk about them very quickly. Maggot King stuff looks super cool. The Underworld stuff of the book maps, I love that concept. That's something I might even better get my kids into. Imperial I'm not really bothered by, but stuff looks sweet. Heresy stuff looks fucking incredible. Both the breaches, the new Cataphracti and the Admech stuff looks amazing. And I know some people are going to whinge more Space Marines, more Ultramarines, but I like that 40k release quite a lot. I like a narrative campaign around the 500 worlds for Ultramarines. I think is really, really good, right? Honestly. Record profit, same market budget, 100%, yeah. Honest, but you can do so much better. The tech exists. There's no excuse for that, I think. There's no excuse for that audio. There's no excuse. It's just terrible. It's so bad. If nothing else, there are so many people that could tap up for advice and should. This is the thing as well, right, Seeps? And they're never going to do this, right? They're never going to do this. They just aren't because they won't. There is a sea of people out there. A sea of people out there that would jump at the chance of helping them, you know, and making sure everything runs smooth. There's people out there that literally run live streams for a living at a higher production quality than what they've just put out. And half the time, most of these people would probably do it without even wanting the accolade, just to be able to be part of the team that helps. I mean, the person Garcia's mentioned wouldn't. He'd want to have his face plastered all over it, but you know, there's people, and I'm not even talking about myself at this point, you know. DEI hires terrible results. I mean, it's probably bollocks. It's probably got nothing to do with that, to be honest with you. In fact, that's getting a flat delete. There is a sea of people. There's a sea of streamers. There's content creators everywhere who do this content for literally for a living at a higher level, and that's terrible. You always read through things long. We've had 2 range refreshes for a single one a year. What's that for? Who's that for? They don't even need to get people to help, and decent cameras and setups aren't even. They don't need to get people to help. They don't need to. But they could. They've got a sea of people they could speak to. But it's just. Oh, hello. Is there much post? Oh my lord, so much post. It's embarrassing for them, I think, honestly. But hey ho. Right. Well, what's your favourite thing, chat? What's your favourite thing from that reveal? I need to put Vinny's music back on. Ready, go. There you go. It wasn't even like, oh, well, that never happened stuff. It was like liberal bare minimum shit. It was bad. Hasn't Calgar come out twice recently in Titus? Calgar was one of the early Primaris Calgars, wasn't he? Like, that was a while ago now, though, years ago. The hand potato can make me laugh. Just a phone on a tripod, for fuck's sake. I mean, yeah, exactly. Titus is... I just don't like the bolt gun. I don't know what my favourite part of that is. I like that Necron dude. That Necron Destroyer dude is... Honestly. I think I was actually... You know what? I might be most excited about the Warhammer Plus stuff. If I'm honest. I want that whole command squad, though. Titus's bolt gun hand alone, I've got an issue with that. I don't know why. Take that away. That command squad is fucking incredible. Calgar was the very first one to cross the Rubicon. I thought he was, yeah. I thought he was. It's a shame, like, sitting through... do you know what? Here's the other thing as well. There will have been people who stayed up until midnight to watch that live. I'd have been gutted if I'd have stayed up to midnight to watch that live. And I saw some of you in the chat say that when they had the technical difficulties, the break was actually 20 minutes. I'd have been very annoyed at that, if I'm honest. Heresy reveals are super cool. I like those a lot, yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely. Right. You people are wonderful. Let me know what you think in the comments below. I have got to go soon because I've got to get ready to go to football this afternoon and probably cry at that as well. You people have been insane, though. 59 members on a Saturday morning is amazing. We're 1 away from 60, 10 away from 69 members. Some people are more interested in talking about the stream issues and the cool as fuck models. Reminds me of why I have disdain for a lot of the patternless virtues in this hobby. The stream is bad, though, Nick. Honestly, like, you do expect better from a reveal show, especially if you're going to stay up till midnight to watch it. That being said, I'm all about those models. Honestly, all about those models. It's so good. I like the but I am very excited about the Warhammer Plus stuff. Seeing that Berserker stood there in Warhammer Plus was like seeing the Eldar stuff in Warhammer Plus. I'm all about that. Thank you, Siege Reach, for the 1 gifted. You're a legend. Up to 60, chat. We're just 40 away from... I'm joking. 20 minutes before I gave up, went to bed. Not sure how long it was. Oh, okay. I was still up when it started. Thought I'd watch it as soon as the audio started. I went back to bed. That's fair. Vehicle tax reminder. It's fucking Saunge, you lunatic. So that I can ignore that, thankfully. Leave it at a random odd number. It triggers Liam. It does trigger me. You aren't wrong. Please don't leave it at a random odd number. What's this one from? I'm waiting for important hobby house stuff to come through, so I have to look quickly. I'm 100% on the reveals. The models are phenomenal. Goddamn, the production was undeniably detracting. It was detracting, wasn't it? That's the problem. Oh, a V5. Okay. Tim! Thank you for the 1 gifted. Ron 61. Saw your Discord message regarding my backdrop. Hope you, Lucy, and the kids and crew are well, especially Brom and his little one. He's doing all right, mate. Yeah, he's doing okay. I'll have a look at your messages later. I've got a sea of messages on. I'll be honest with you, Soldier. I've got a sea of messages on Discord that I just haven't got to because Hobby House is eating my life. And then when I get rare afternoons like this afternoon off to spend with my dad and my brother, I just sort of spend a couple of hours with them and try and not look at my phone too much. So forgive me if I don't get back to you every time or fast. I apologise. But life's it will calm. It will calm. Life's just a bit chaotic right now, to be fair. So, you know, apologies, but but yeah, we'll get there. We'll get there. I mean, I've even shaved my head. I don't have to do my hair anymore, you know, just to save some fucking time in the mornings. What's more weird? You had your post the same time mine arrived. Oh, look. New manager really good. So Toby, who you met on Tuesday, who's our new general manager. He's now done 2 weeks. We've hired well. I'm very excited. And the way that he talks about the kind of environment he wants you guys to have to play in is really very much aligned with what I wanted to do. And I'm very positive that you're going to have a great experience. Never a problem. Always appreciate it. You too, man. Thank you. What did you do, Tim? To who? Where is Carry On Games Workshop? Who's chair on? Care on. So I have, for reference, I have this stuff built, and I'd paused painting it for a while whilst I was working on elves, and now I kind of want to get them in the spray booth again tomorrow. I actually have a day tomorrow of doing what I want. Well, I say that. Remember, it's in the morning. That takes priority. Then I've got a couple of hours in the afternoon to do what I want. That's literally my free time now. It's like 3-4 hours. So will we see him on stream regularly too? Maybe. His priority is Hobby House. I think we'll see him semi-regularly. Probably the best option, to be fair, Paul. Right? The other Marine from Space Marine 2. Fair enough. That command squad looks amazing though, right? I'm into it. I'm into it. I now want to paint an Ultramarine. My desk is awash with Emperor's Children, Ultramarines, Eldar, and Space Wolves. And I couldn't be fucking happier. Couldn't be happier. Right? Anyway, there may be bonus content tomorrow, depending on what I choose to do. I've got that thing to build at some point, which the Thanes have told me they want me to do it on stream. So that's probably something I'm going to do on stream at some point soon. I've got Marines to paint. I've got so much to do. I've got the Hobby House behind the scenes video on Monday morning where I can show you people. Monday night, we're back with a hobby show. Whether I'll actually hobby or not, I don't know. It depends how tired I am. Tuesday is another Liam and Toby show in the daytime because Joe's still in America land. He'll be traveling back actually on that specific day. Tuesday night is a live game. Paddy's back in the studio. A Wednesday, would you consider Southampton losing to Sheffield Wednesday as bad as that reveal? I'm expecting it, Gaz. But then I also guess I expected a bad reveal show, so... So I don't know if I would consider it bad at the moment. I just think I consider it expected, to be fair. Yeah, I think that covers it all. Brett, should I be at all scared of Sunderland? Why? In what context, Siege? In football? as a game. Who do you support? Who have you picked as your team? How's Joe doing? He was very excited yesterday because he won a game. So game 1, he played the USA #1 AOS player. His game finished before everyone else finished first round. Less than an hour, got tabled, right? Game 2, he played Germany's #1. He got beat quicker, but he got beat quickly, but not as quick, sorry. Game 3 lasted the full round. He said he had a wonderful opponent, enjoyed himself, and still lost, but scored high. Game 4, he won it. Arsenal playing Sunderland. So Sunderland are a newly promoted side from the Championship. Sunderland got promoted at the end of last year. They were tipped when they got promoted to probably go straight back down again, like all the newly promoted sides have done, and they've done incredibly well. They play quite direct football. Arsenal should be fine in their current form. They should be okay. Arsenal have kept 5 clean sheets in a row. Sunderland might Xhaka might score. They maybe get a goal. I can't see Arsenal losing. I think you'll be fine, Siege, to be fair. I think you'll be okay, mate. At the moment, the league is, I mean, it's early, right? And it is early, but at the moment, the league is Arsenal's to throw away. It depends also what happens below, because you've got Man City taking on, I think it's Chelsea this weekend. Man City, Chelsea. Or is it Man City, Liverpool? Man City, Liverpool. If they play cagey with each other and they get a draw out of it, you're flying right now if you beat Sunderland. And you should beat Sunderland, but they are playing well, right? They are playing quite well. So Sunderland are. I'm a bit of a Sunderland fanboy at the moment. Not because I have any ties or affiliation to Sunderland, not because they're red and white, but because I'm so happy that a team has been promoted to the Premier League and is competing. And I think that's very exciting for the rest of us, because the season before Saints went up, the 3 teams that got promoted got relegated. The season that Saints went up, the 3 teams that got promoted got relegated. And I didn't want that to become the norm, and Sunderland are breaking the norm. So I'm kind of a closet Sunderland fan. I don't know any of their players. I just want to see a team that goes up not come straight back down again, and that's good for football. It's good for English football in general. So, what faction is Joe playing? Soul Blight Gravelords, sir. Yeah. Arsenal are their own worst enemy. They are. So many clean sheets. I think it's a point of pride now. I mean, they're playing. They're hard to beat at the moment. They're playing well, playing very well. So, but anyway, football show is tomorrow night at 8 p.m. on the Football Channel. So. This season has Arsenal second over. That's every season for Arsenal, isn't it? To be fair. Happy a promoted team is actually competing, but I hope they lose today. Yeah. As a Sunderland fan, I fully expect Arsenal will win easily. I don't know about easily, Colin. I think Sunderland are playing really well. They're playing some nice stuff. They've surprised some people. I do honestly think I can't see them getting past Arsenal, but it's football. Never say never, right? That's one of the reasons why I love it. Anyway, you people did amazing. Hopefully you enjoyed that watch along. It's poor. The models, though, beautiful. What do I do, chat? Do I work on Ultramarines, Eldar, or Space Wolves? I kind of want to work on Ultramarines, honestly. We tried to play against Arsenal and got fucked, so it might be the same for Sunderland. Possibly. I think Arsenal are too strong, but, you know, I'm fully invested in footy now. Good man. It is. At some point, you have to come over to the UK and we'll take you to a game, even if it's not an Arsenal one, because it's fucking, I love it. I love football days. Football days are my favourite. But hey. All 3. That's what I'm doing at the moment, Garcia. I'm serious. I've got all 3 on my desk at once. I just pick up the one that I want and play with it. I say play with it. I pick up the one I want. So I bought my elves home. So I've got my painting references. Got all my elves. They're all at home. So all of my little currently painted characters. So I've got reference material for New Eldar. I've got Logan right next to me, who I keep chipping away little bits at a time, who I'm really enjoying painting. I've got Ultramarines here. I've got Tiggy, who I'm chipping away. Like, I'm just having them all on my desk and working on them at once is actually working for me at the moment. So, hey. And that's helping my mojo. Like, having all 3 out, I thought would trigger me. I'm actually quite enjoying it. I've got Sicarius there. I've got Calgar in the spray booth at the moment. I've got Jane Zar prepped for painting. I've got Corsairs, Spiders, Swooping Hawks, Victrix Guard. I just don't get a lot of time at the moment, so hey. Anyway, right, like I said, There probably won't be bonus content tomorrow, but keep an eye out just in case. Maybe some Vag in the afternoon, potentially, ! Vag. We are back on Monday with a hobby show at normal time, 7:30. I look forward to that. You people have been amazing. Thank you for 61 members. Thank you for 109 likes. Thank you for joining me for the reveal show. I think in the future, if it's middle of the night, I'll just do this in the morning, stay off social media, hit 10 o'clock and do the show. As long as you guys have enjoyed it. Hopefully you have enjoyed it. If you have, smash that like button before you disappear. Stick your comments in the comment section when the stream's finished to tell me what your favourite stuff is. Hopefully we'll see you on Monday for the hobby show. If not, we'll see you in the next one.